of only MOZA in the political, social, and cultural life of Bukhara in the 11th and 13th centuries.
Erdal Aydın hocam teşekkür ederim. Sizden çok memnun oldum ama
Erdal Aydın, Professor, thank you very much.
benim prezentam göründü mü ama görünmedi mi?
Can you see my presentation? Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, we can see your video and we can hear you well. Can I speak in English?
Just depends to you.
Teşekkür ederim.
But we prefer Turkish, of course, because the part.
Teşekkürler. Özbek Türk dili çok yakın yani. O zaman
Aynen,
ben
daha güzel
anlıyorum.
olur,
Hepsi
daha hoş olur.
sorun. Teşekkür ederim. Benim konumum
Thank you.
or in the social and cultural life of Bukhara.
11 Bukhara'nın siyasi ve sosyal kültürel yaşamında
Centuries and content analysis of research on the activities of the Sadr Banu Maza family in Bukhara, and second, relations between the Seljuk Empire and Banu Maza family, and third, political rule of the Banu Maza family in Bukhara, FAQIHS, fuqaha from the Banu Maza family, and conclusion. And duplicate research on the Banu Maza family and its FAQIHS in sources written in the Tabaqat genre. And second, information about Banu Maza family found in some sections and chapters of researches conducted in the countries, West and East countries. Informations on the works of FAQIHs from the Banu Maza family in the Arab Muslim lands, and informations about Banu Maza family by European and Turkish researchers in the form of scientific articles. The activities of the Banu Maza or the Maza family in Bukhara coincided with a military conflict between the Western Karaghanid Sultanate 894-1212 and the Seljuk rulers 1040-1194. We can historical buildings and cultural monuments built during the Seljuk period, yes, and many monuments, and the political ruler of the Banu Maza family in Bukhara. First, Burhanul Kabir. Burhanul Kabir, the founder of the Banu Maza family, came to Bukhara as a result of accompanying Sultan Sanjar 1118-1157 on his military campaigns in Transoxiana, Mawar Nahar. And having been originally from Merv, later the title Bukhari was added to the names of FAQIHs from the Banu Maza family as a main activity of the Sadrs and FAQIHs from this dynasty took place in Bukhara. Due to the escalation of the tensions with the local scholars, such as the Safarids, the upper classes, and the last Karaghanid ruler, Kılıç Arslan Khan Osman, and Banu Maza family was forced to move Samarkand to carry out their activities. And the sharpness of the conflict between Banu Maza family and the local rulers can also be seen in the fact that the coins or banknotes minted at that time and very sealed documents didn't reflect the name or surname of any scholars who came out of the Sadrs. And there are two different pedigrees about Banu Maza families. This pedigree is said to be related to the period of their rule in Bukhara and the FAQIHs who came from the family. First, the Ru'asa, leadership of the Banu Maza family in Bukhara. Second, the FAQIHs from Banu Maza family in Bukhara. Under the political patronage of Sultan Sanjar, Banu Maza family severed the development of culture, science, and education, as well as jurisprudence in Bukhara. For example, they established the Khizanatul Kutub library in the Sikkatul Dehqan neighborhood. After the reign of Sultan Sanjar, the Sadrs in Bukhara tried to establish themselves as a descendants of Husamuddin Sadr al-Shahid and his brother Tajuddin Sadr al-Sa'id, the two faqih sons of Burhan al-Kabir, in order to strengthen their position in Transoxiana, Mawar al-Nahr. This policy, in turn, has yielded partial practical results. The Banu Mazza family is also known for its patronage of the faqihs and the intellectual in order to restore its prestige among the local population. For example, before Bukhara became part of the Khorasan state, the family reportedly sponsored 6,000 faqihs. In particular, there are many narrations in the Tabaqats about the generosity of Muhammad Sadr al-Jahan, the son of Husamuddin Sadr al-Shahid. Husamuddin Sadr al-Shahid, who has a special place in the history of Transoxiana, Mawar al-Nahr jurisprudence, was born in 1090 in Marv, Madinat al-Marv. And we studied the texts of fiqh written at that time, and after that, in order to determine how much place Husamuddin Sadr al-Shahid had in Hanafi jurisprudence, most of the texts contained examples from his fatwas. The title of Sadr al-Shahid was given to him after his death. Sadr al-Shahid served as Rais of Bukhara for 20 years, from 536 and 1141 until the end of his life. Husamuddin Sadr al-Shahid's reputation as a Shahid, martyr, is due to his death in 1141 in a battle between Sultan Sanjar's army and the Karakhitai. The Battle of Katwan between Sultan Sanjar and the ruler of the Karakhitai, Yelyudashi, Emperor Ji Liao, began on September 1141 and ended with the defeat of the Eastern Seljuk Sultanate. It was revealed that Sadr al-Shahid has had the following works: Usul Sadr al-Shahid, Sharh Adab al-Qadi lil-Khassaf, Sharh al-Jami' al-Saghir Shaybani, Muhammad Shaybani, Sharh Jami' al-Kabir, Muhammad Shaybani, Umdat al-Mufti wal-Mustafti. It's a very interesting book. Fatawa al-Sughra, or Fatawa Sadr al-Shahid, Fatawa al-Kubra, واقعة الحسامية في مذهب الحنفية. Turkish Islamic scholar Murtaza Badir, in his book The Bukhara Hanafi Schools and Laws History, describes Sadr al-Shahid as a jurist who founded and developed the genre of waqi'at, events in jurisprudence. It's a collection of 4 famous works written in the fatwa genre in Mawar al-Nahr before him. This work is presented in the order of the Arabic alphabet, the first of which is the fatwas under the letter Nun in the work of Abu Lays Samarkandi Nawazil, fatwas under the letter Waw in Natifis Waqi'at, fatwas with the letter B, al-harf al-B, in Abu Bakr Muhammad ibn Fazl's fatwa, and finally the fatwas of Alauddin Samarkandi, Tuhfatul Fuqaha, under the letter C. It means footnotes, modern footnotes in the modern scientific research. Sadr al-Shahid takes a broad-minded approach to the issue of swearing in a non-Muslim defendant in the courts of Mawar al-Nahr in order to determine the crime. This shows that interreligious harmony and religious tolerance, not only in Uzbekistan but in the Islamic world, which has prevailed during the years of independence, has its own historical basis in the chapter on swearing allegiance to the people of his work, Sharh Adab al-Qadi lil-Khassaf. Sadr al-Shahid states the following about the oath of a believer in Judaism, Christianity, and Zoroastrianism. There is no God but him, and Tristan swears by the name of God to send down the Bible to Jesus, because a Tristan recognizes and respects the prophecy of Jesus. Second scholar, faqih, Burhanuddin Mahmud. Burhanuddin Mahmud al-Bukhari. Burhanuddin Mahmud al-Bukhari was martyred in 1920 at the age of 63 in a battle with the Mongols for the defense of Bukhara. The first copies of his famous work, Muhit al-Burhani, were written in Samarkand. The calligrapher Abu al-Fath Abdul Qahir ibn Abu Bakr ibn Ali Marghinani complete Muhit in book form at the Amiria Madrasa in Samarkand in 1262-65. We can see manuscript copies, Muhit al-Burhani, 14th century, and modern comparative example in Kitab al-Shurut. In the section Shurut, it can be seen the interstate relations are also legalized. These types of contracts are listed in the Kitab al-Muwada'at and Kitab al-Aman, Book of Convents and Survival. It forces on a 20-year ceasefire agreement between Muslim and non-Muslim states, as well as agreements to provide military commanders with asylum in Muslim countries. The ceasefire agreement was also concluded by the judges with the trades and legal entities. And the second chapter, Mahadir wa Sijillat, is one of the major sections of Muhit al-Burhani. Mahadir wa Sijillat is one of the major sections of Muhit al-Burhani, which analyzes the procedures for completing procedural documents in 63 Sharia courts. This section contains general rules on the conditions of writing the Mahdar protocol and Sijil registration, samples of documents that record family, property, and criminal cases. And the work Muhit also defines the issues of arbitration system in Islam, arbitration code. مثلا المحكم بين الخصمين لا ينفذ بل يتوقف. If we can translate this translation, the judge does not execute the judgment between the two disputants, but reconciles them. We can say Mahadir wa Sijillat is one of the major sections of Muhit al-Burhani, and several examples of Kitab al-Aman, documents, Qadi documents, and conclusions. What after the Banu Moza family moved to Bukhara, the Sadr title began to be seen as a political position. The policy of the Seljuks in Bukhara, or the political activities of the Ali Moza family, were uncompromising with the local aristocracy. For example, Zahir al-Marghinani died 1112, Iftikharuddin Bukhari died 1148, and Majdul A'imma Surhakati died 12th century, among those who didn't politically recognize the Banu Moza family. Under the political patronage of Sultan Sanjar, the Ali Moza family's contribution to the development of culture, science, and education and jurisprudence in Bukhara. Thank you for your attentions. Dear Erdalaydın, Dr. Erdalaydın.
Thank you so much for great presentation.
I think
and
so.
Really using your
of my information understanding, yeah? Did you understand?
It's very clear. Your presentation really is very sweet and it's
short informations, but very interesting. In future, inshallah, total
great,
information we give you, inshallah, total informations next congresses, biznillah. Teşekkürler ederim. Teşekkür ederim.
Your